In 1837, the first possum set foot in New Zealand. He said, "This place looks very nice for a brush-tailed possum. It's paradise, paradise. Oh, it's great to be a possum in New Zealand. It's great to be a possum in New Zealand." While he feasted on trees, he ate snails on the ground. With a kiwi egg, he washed it all down. Ate our native weta and native bat. Soon the old bush-tailed possum grew very fat, very fat, very fat. Ah, it's great to be a possum in New Zealand. It's great to be a possum in New Zealand. With no bushfires and dingoes like his Aussie bros, the possum numbers grew out of control. So the government put a bounty on his head and said, "We want all the possums all dead." You heard me, Fred. Oh, it sucks to be a possum in New Zealand. It sucks to be a possum in New Zealand. And I'll tell you why.
Good boy.
The only good possum is a dead possum, so shoot the bastard down. The only good possum is a dead possum, so shoot the bastard down. Shoot him down, shoot him down, shoot him down. So we trapped them and snared them and smacked them on the head, laid poison on the ground and shot them with lead. We dogged them and ran them over with our cars, and there's still 30 million here so far, so far, so far. Oh, it sucks to be a possum in New Zealand. It sucks to be a possum.
Hey, Pace. Here you go, mate. Eat up. No mucking around with Pace. Straight in there. It reminds me of a joke. Years ago, there used to be a place called Fried Tuck Chicken here in Nelson. And everybody on a Friday night used to go there. And one of my mates rocked up there with 4 possums in the back of his truck. And they're all people that have been drinking and waiting to get the chicken. He puts 4 possum on the counter and he goes, "That's the last you're getting until you pay for the last lot." That's it. His tail wags the whole time when he's eating. See it wagging there. Good tucker. Okay, you get another leg, mate. There you go, there you go. She loves it. Geez, old Bigsy's made short work of that. Good girl, that's a good girl. Well, Bigsy's just about got that head demolished now. Took a while, didn't it, eh? That's a good dog. That's a good boy. Good boy. Good dog. Old Super Duck trying to get under there and get every worm. Look, she's got one, she's onto it. This mescal's really nice. Cora's got her own little bait box and tackle. She's setting me up a rig, and we've got 2 surf casters, and I've got a stand down there I'm going to put my rod in, and I'm also going to flick in a lure. I've got my little trout rod here as well. So we're just going to do some land-based fishing on here and see how it goes. I don't see any rods, they may be just kayakers, sea kayakers I think. She's a hard road, Cora, finding the perfect woman. One that knows the fishing, not a bloody good start. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, if I can find someone who actually wants to come fishing with me, then that would be awesome.
Well, I'll come fishing with you.
Someone I can date.
Hear that, guys? Cora's looking for a fishing date to go on. So what does this bloke got to have? Does he have good sense of humour?
Yeah.
Okay, got to have good sense of humour. What else? Is he got to be rich? No. She's not into money. Does he have to have his own fishing gear? Oh, he's got to have his own fishing gear. So today she's sharing her gear with me, but if you want to go on a date with Cora, you've got to have your own rod.
I don't mind at all.
What's that?
I don't mind at all.
You don't mind?
As long as there's,
Yeah. You want him to handle his own rod, is what you're saying? Yeah. Okay. What else does this bloke got to need?
a love of nature.
A love of nature. Oh, yeah. Bad habits that you don't want?
No drugs or alcohol.
No drugs and alcohol. I'm starting to approve of this guy. Yeah, what else?
Only occasional. Occasional's okay, but if it takes over your life,
Yep.
no.
All right. Oh, there you go. Well, we're probably only getting like 4,000 or 5,000 people watching this video on the first day. If you're the perfect bloke to go fishing with Cora. Yeah. Does he have to like gut and scale the fish and deal with all that himself?
No, I can do it.
You can do that? Yeah. But it's getting better for you guys. She'll carry a pig out, she'll gut and scale the fish. You know, I'd say you'd be bloody, you'd be in hot demand. Okay, well, there's going to be a lot of fishing this year.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on. What, the fishing that is, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fishing, yeah. Isn't that time we're talking about the perfect woman, you've already set me up. Oh, hold on, there's no bait on there, you're supposed to bait me up.
I've only got 2 hands, mate.
I'm only messing with you, I'm not baited, I'm just pulling your chain. Thank you very much. I'll sort that out. Awesome. That's a seal out there feeding. So there are fish out here right now. Or he's just actually basking in the sun, I'd say. I'm going to go and leave Cora with my line in the rod holder. And just got a couple of fresh baits. Got to get us some work, Cora. You're filming that seal, are you, mate? Pretty hard that far out to sea. Yeah. Okay, mate. Cora just said she's going to stay here till sunset fishing. Alright, buddy. I'll see you when I see you. I'll give you a buzz tomorrow if there's any fish down at Grossie Point.
Yeah.
Good luck. Thanks. Okay. What I really like about the workers in New Zealand is they leave this on the side of the road, and we're allowed to take it. A tree falls down when there's a flood, and they chip it. And that's great for the garden. Great for growing mushrooms, great for putting around plants. It's really, really handy. And it's free. It's on the side of the road, like that. So we'll take that home. Good. Sweet. I've flown around the world 13 times, been to many different countries, a lot of time in Europe and a little bit of time in Asia, but really there's just no place even slightly like New Zealand anywhere that I've been to. I suppose Australia's the closest, but even that's different weather where I live. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. We have everything, I mean just everything. Whatever you're into you can find it here, with your skiing, snowboarding, whitewater rafting, whitewater kayaking, fishing, saltwater fishing, freshwater fishing, deer stalking, big game hunting, tahr, chamois, wapiti, red deer, goat, wild ram, scuba diving, foraging, just going into nature and chilling out. There's no country that has all these things so close to where we live. I'm only like 10 minutes from home. I'm just taking a break from work, go back home and carry on in my garden working, and then 35, 40 minutes from where I live, I can go with the dogs and catch a pig. Probably won't catch one, but I'll try. But everything's here. It's just nothing like New Zealand. Aotearoa is just an incredible country, and I feel so blessed to have been born here. Of all the places I could have been born in the world, and I end up getting born in this paradise. What a blessing. And I spent a lot of my life, over 13 years, away from it, travelling, and if it taught me anything, it was that I had to come home, because it's just magic. It never ever gets boring to me. It's an amazing place in this whole planet we live in. This is the place I want to be, and I'm grateful every day that I live here. I really am. Currently at the Mapua Wharf, and this is where I get my coffee grounds. Hundreds and hundreds of people come here every day, and they come down here and they just about always all have a coffee, which means hundreds of coffee, which means bags and bags of coffee grounds, which I use on my garden. We haven't really got into the real tourist season, but when we do, the place is packed. People from Christchurch, people from Auckland, they all come down to Mapua in their droves. And why would they not? You've got the ferry that my father built, which is, oh, it'll be out there somewhere. That'll take you across to Rabbit Island over there. But this beautiful water that comes in and out every day through the channel. And down on there, you've got lots of little cafes and shops. This is just the outside of it, really. There's stuff going on there too, but on the inside, there's some really cool places. And I've lived here a lot of my life. Originally, this side over here used to be the old FCC site, or the chemical site where they used to make DDT, 2,4,5-T, paraquat, all of those nasties that cause cancer. And I used to live on the corner there. There used to be a yellow house there now, but it's gone. And that was all contaminated. And when they did the clean up of the street, number 22 Tahi Street, I lived in there. And all of us that lived in there, we all breathed in all the dust and contaminants, and they said it'd be fine, but it wasn't fine, because a lot of people in the street have since either died of cancer or have had cancer and survived it, including me. A little bit of information there. Of course, none of these things can be proved and never can be proven. It's a bit like things like death because someone's had a vaccine and they've got myocarditis. They can't relate it to the vaccine, but seemingly, or coincidentally, a whole lot of people now are dropping dead, particularly young sportsmen, aged sort of 16 to 32, fit people with heart attacks. This world we live in is corrupt. Follow the money, that's what I say, if you want to know where it all comes from. Somebody made a lot of money out of this, and a lot of people also suffered. Right, I'm using this beautiful public toilet. And no, I'm not filming that. 3 bags a day. It's not for you, Super Duck. No, no. Just getting a bit thin up here. The Super Duck will spread it, no doubt. A bit thin here. Yeah, you want to go in there, don't you, mate? Eh? You think it's just for you? Some there too. Down the roses. Down the swarm plants. Nice. Yeah, bro. Got it yesterday on the. Picked it up while I was fishing with Cora. Grows mushrooms in there too, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get your mycelium going.
Yeah, well my son actually put some mycelium in there, so we might get some.
On this chip.
Yeah, in this chip we put down. So we might get some pop up. I just gather a bit of this each time I go down to the shops, or I find it on the side of the road. Because it's free, you know. And it's good for the garden. Keeps the weeds down. I've got weed mat underneath that. There you go, mate. It's good. More coffee for the garden. I'm going to mix it straight into the garden, this one. Going to dig this one right in. she goes. Look at that. Apparently it keeps slugs down, I've been told. Whatever it does, it's got some benefits because I've been using it in the garden, and some things grow really good around it. Oh, there's some tape in there. I've buried my tool in there somewhere now. Oh, clever clay, where's that gone? There it goes. Paid $10 for that at the mega store. $10. Broke my tool for $10. Smells like chocolate. We were going to dig this whole pipe up. Decided not to now. Decided just to add stuff on top. Pomegranates, they grow them in California, but you can also grow them here in New Zealand. Very, very good anti-carcinogenic plant, and they get to about 12 foot. So I was planting a bit of a silly place. Where we're going now is much better.
Get it in place and then
The idea is you get it
up again.
you get it in place and you clip it first.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, and then you do the other side and you clip that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, then you can put it in. This is what George has dug, and the soil looks great, mate. It really does. Look at that.
Bugger all clay.
Yeah, there's a wee bit of clay there, but it's nice and dark, isn't it? Good topsoil. That's a bit clay.
It's just easy to work with, eh?
Yeah, that's a bit clay there. That's dark. Nice. This one's nice and fluffy too. Yeah, that's good soil. I like that. I'm really enjoying having George here. He's an absolute good bugger and he enjoys working. Bok joy. One thing I really enjoy doing is going around the garden. Whoop, you stand her up and chomping and chewing. When you eat leafy greens, and you chew them up, what happens is the nitrates and all the other good stuff that's in there goes over the grooves in your tongue, and there's a bacteria on your tongue that's there all the time, a healthy good bacteria, and mixes with that, it goes down into your small intestine, NO gets created, nitric oxide. And your endothelium, that's the lining of your intima, your arteries, needs to have that nitric oxide. Creates vasodilation. Makes all your veins and arteries and vessels and everything loose and expand, so it's not all tight and hard, so the blood flows through. So by eating lots of leafy greens, you're helping encourage that really healthy environment for your heart and your lungs and everything. Kale is really good, but you want to cook kale, but there's nothing wrong with these raw. So this is one that I like to eat. Each plant has its own bit of goodness that does different things. Hey dogs! One of the highest ORAC values of a plant is actually Indian gooseberry. It's actually the highest in the world. Here we've got sorrel. Can eat that one raw. And one that's really good, Italian parsley. I like that. Also, good old lettuce. Not much left. It's cost lettuce and it's starting to seed. You do that 4 or 5 times a day, and other than have green teeth and green shit, you'll feel great. Right, back in the garden. How you going, Cora?
So
Oh, it's looking good, mate.
This is how much is between the top of the dirt and the gravel underneath.
Right, okay. Cora found a rat hive down in here, underneath. And what we've got is we've got Possum and Chunky. Possum, they've taken all the wrappers. Oh man, and they've pulled them all under there for their home. That would have been their little roof. They made a rat nest in here. Oh, good job, mate. Good thing too that Cora's not scared of rats, are you, mate?
No.
Not at all, eh?
Not at all.
Not at all. Are you laughing? You're bloody laughing. That's not funny, mate.
Oh, shit happens.
I've just got, yeah, shit does happen. I've just gone onto our bloody water pipe. Found it. Oh no. I turned the water off now. Just went running up there. Right, so we've got a bloody water pipe going through this garden. We're going to have to dig this whole strip out and find out where the pipe is, because we can't dig down too far, eh? Stop cracking up. It's not funny.
Cry.
What's that?
It's either laugh or cry.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with a laugh.
Yeah.
We've got no water now at the house, though.
We'll fix it.
We'll fix it. I like that. So, you going to fix it?
I'll help you.
Okay. Well, this is the good thing about neighbours. Murray's just given me this here. Thank you, Murray.
Yeah.
Bloody awesome. There we go, Cora. See? Didn't have to go to the shops. Murray fixed us up.
Sweet.
Yeah, man.
Parcel down your box too.
Oh, is it parcel, is there? Oh, happy days. He used to be my landlord. Now he's my neighbour. He's an absolute good bastard. And I love his V8 Land Cruiser. It's a cracker. Yeah, what I reckon, Cora, we turn this into a rice paddy. We've got enough water now. Well, here's our hole here where the old pit got it. And Cora and I are just discussing whether we should dig the whole lot up to find out where it is so we don't smack it again or not. Cora's in favour of digging it up. If we do, we want to dig it this deep and drop it down a bit lower, mate. $10 at the mega store. I bought it because it was $10. They must sell a lot of, they must call these lost leaders, because that's a good we saw. And I know that there's ones that are the same that are about 80 bucks. The silky saws or whatever they're called. So we're going to use that to just cut this pipe and rejoin it. There's a hole there. So I'm thinking cut there and there. One of these little saws is a must to carry when you go in the bush. For your firewood, you can get ones that cut bone. I've got one that cuts bone. Building your hut. And also if you're on a river with a kayak or a raft, you've got something that if you get stuck up in something, it's a good thing for emergencies. I'm probably going to have to shave a bit more off. I'd rather make this too short than too long. There we go. And this one here, like so, starts to grip. Really are a clever system, these. It's getting a grip of it now. There's one end done. Don't want to go too far because it goes off the end then. Good. And old mate goes onto there. Jeez, I could have actually bloody shit. I actually cut it a bit too much. Look at that, Cora. I thought I'd done actually short, but I actually haven't. Dumb bugger. I might have done that cut too short. You idiot, Clay. I thought I'd actually had plenty of room, but that's actually could go further, that. I'll loosen this end off a bit and try and pull it the other way. I'll go and turn the mains water on and see what that does. Oh, don't know. We'll see. Probably go a bit more on that. I don't think this is going to work. There's the mains on. Holy shit, it worked. It shouldn't have worked. Yeah. Of course, there's that curious part of me that wants to wiggle it, which shouldn't wiggle it. It is wiggling it, and
Little drip.
oh, is there drip coming out now? Is there?
It's all
Is there?
Nah, it looks all good, eh?
Ah. Shit, I'm just bloody lucky because it's only just hanging in. I could have done that a lot better. I learned a valuable lesson then. Don't measure it up. Make it way smaller than you need. I've never actually joined one before with those. So, yeah, valuable lesson learned. How you getting on, Cora?
Getting there.
Getting there, mate?
Trying to come in.
What's that, mate?
Kind of scared to do much more because of that bloody pipe.
Well, you couldn't do any worse than I've done. I put a hole in it and I've almost rooted trying to mend it, but I have mended it. What I'll do is I'll just go along and try and expose it as best I can without making another hole in it. That'll be the next thing I'll smack it again. This is worm juice mixed with coffee.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yeah, so twist.
Geez, amazing how tight they are, isn't it? So I've got these buckets for doing mushrooms in, but we're going to use them for feeding the plants. Yep, that's enough, mate. Each one, just go around them. After we've done that, that's the worm juice, and then we'll also do seaweed on top of that as well. This is really good stuff. Got a lot of nutrients. Man, it stinks. Whoa, smells good. Give it a wee slush around the bottom there. Give it a wee slush round without getting it on your shirt. This is a job that I always give someone else to do.
Thanks.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh, it smells like, oh yeah, like shit. But it is actually, plants love it. Yeah, good stuff. Right, I'll take this, mate, and I'll get the seaweed. I've got 2 seaweeds going on here. This one's brewing away. This one's ready. It's got a lot of living organisms in it as well. It smells pretty bad, but it's real good stuff. Look at that. It's taken a year to break down. A rat fell in it. It's in there somewhere. Oh. Okay, there you go, George. Don't spill it on yourself, mate. It's foul. There's our other one just brewing nicely. Oh, it's just breaking down good. And we'll fill the rest up with water, bud.
Yep.
Eventually, George, we're going to be rebuilding the house. As you can see, she's completely rotten. Even that's actually the framing. That's even rotten.
There's probably mushrooms growing in the house already.
It probably is, yeah. So all the water is coming through after I hit the pipe. So it's good to give it a clean out because there's a bit of dirt in there. That's probably enough, bud. We'll put another one there. After carrying these buckets of water from the corner of the house, I remember that actually carrying buckets of water is actually known as farm boy exercise in the gym. And there's actually folks in the city somewhere walking around carrying weights that is probably the equivalent to that, which is about 15 kg each, doing as an exercise and paying somebody so they can do it. And here it's like, it's an actual exercise, farm boy exercise. So the other 2 are coming. That's George. I'm going to start these now and I'll show you what George has done over here. He's taken the weed whacker this morning and he's put all these in right where I want them to go, beautifully, and allowed a bit of a drain off. And here comes farm boy doing the farm boy exercise. Go right around, bros, you do that. Yep. Nice. Yeah, that'll help them beat in. Okay, I'll do the other 2. I'll do the other 3. You do those ones.
Sweet.
Good job, bub. Got 3 here and 3 down here, which is a much better place. And this is a bit more clay on this side, so we've put a ditch in on each one. 2 here and 1 lonely one up there. Will you look at this here? This arrived in the post from Chloe from Swalk. What's going on, bro?
Just getting rid of all the lower wattle, all the stuff over the shed. Just clearing it a bit as well so the sun can get through a bit better on the garden that we've been working on the last couple of days.
Awesome, buddy.
Yeah, cleared a bit of that pitto as well, just clearing everything, eh?
Oh, pittosporin?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, wow, yeah. That's all opened up good, eh?
Yeah, because it's halfway over the garden.
Yeah.
So, you know, if we left it, eventually it's just going to...
Yeah, good one, Damo. That's going to bring more light on the garden, eh?
Yeah.
What about that pittosporin there? Reckon we could cut that back a bit?
Yeah, probably. I'll have to put my harness on, but yeah.
Oh, have you got a harness here?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh, that's good incentive. I didn't even ask you to do that. You just like chose to do it yourself.
Well, I've been eyeing it up the whole time I've been here.
Oh man. Oh, you're a legend, bro. You're an absolute legend.
All good. It's satisfying work.
Fuck, mate. We'll keep you on. What a bloody legend, eh? What a bloody legend. Comes to my place. There's a load of work. He dug holes for me yesterday. What a wee legend. Just watching people walking a dog down the front there, waiting for them to go past. I think we're safe now. Just zoom back out again. Because from here, my dogs go running straight down there, right down the paddock and jump the fence with another dog. Poe was looking at it. Stay. 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 Away you go. Got all the sheep under the flat bottom floozy this morning. Getting away from the sun. Gonna knock the wool off these guys in another week or two. Right, we're gonna walk the pack around the whole field a couple of times or 3 times, put them back, feed them, and carry on with work. George was just setting up 2 points of contact so he could keep trimming this tree, and he dropped a little pulley and it's just fallen down here somewhere. George said it's called a hitch climber pulley and it's gone down here somewhere, and I'm just saying, finding it, like finding a bloody needle in a haystack.
I'll find it.
You'll find it? Young guys?
Have to.
Yep, we'll be in there somewhere. It's gone down here somewhere. Oh, whatever, have a good look. Between the two of us we should better... Yeah, it's gone. Oh, you found it? Oh, beauty. Jeez, I couldn't find that.
Da-da-da.
Yeah, man. I was always told by the priest I'd go blind. He's right. That was right in front of me.
Bright pink, cool
Right,
colour.
it's a cool colour to have, actually.
Yeah,
Shows
it's a
up.
breast cancer one as well. It's got the wee ribbon on it.
Oh, nice. So when you buy that, it supports it, does it?
Yeah, I think a wee contribution went to Breast Cancer Society.
Awesome, mate. Awesome.
Yeah, and it's just a cool colour as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You want a colour like that in the bush, don't you?
Yeah, not a green one.
No, yeah. Oh, skills getting up there, bro. Geez, you're pretty fit for a guy that struggled to get to the pig the other day. You don't muck around when you're climbing stuff, do you?
Yeah, it's a different kind of fitness, eh?
Yeah. This is such a cool job you've got, mate.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Do you enjoy working in this field?
Yeah, yeah, I love it.
And you're your own boss, yeah?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah. Pretty lucky.
Yeah. I reckon, I know you want to get back to the Dean, but I reckon we should find you some paid work around here at my place, because you've done more than you keep now, bud. Give you some jobs, some serious jobs. I've got some here that need doing. Got an old man pine that wants to come down.
Yeah, I was looking at that before.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll employ you to do that.
it definitely needs more heavy duty gear than I've got.
Yep.
And I didn't bring it for that reason.
Yep.
So I wasn't taking on too big of jobs by myself.
Yeah, well maybe you think about it, have a look at it, and give me a price, and then bring the gears back next time and bring your girlfriend up, make a place to stay, and
Yeah, I'll definitely
and
be
do
keen to come back up, eh?
a working holiday.
Yeah,
And
I'm keen.
I'm really happy, more than happy to pay you for that, because that there is probably 5 years supply of firewood for us.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot of timber in that.
And it needs to come down. It's dangerous. It's falling on the road. It's a hazard. Can you run through what you're going to do here for me,
Okay.
or for us?
So I'll grab my rope, which is looped over a branch,
Uh-huh.
and then
At the top here, yep.
got my carabiners and a wee friction cord,
Okay.
prusset cord.
Yep.
And then I'll just wrap the prusset cord around here, and then I'm able to like climb up, and it bites so that
It
I
bites.
don't go sliding through.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of hard to explain, but I'll show you.
You're doing a good job. You've got quite a lot of weight you're carrying on your hip too when you're working.
Yeah, and I don't even have my chainsaw on at the moment either.
So that chainsaw actually hangs off your hip?
Yeah, off
Wow.
my back. Yeah,
That's the wee one you gave me the other day?
yeah, it's just sitting over there.
That's a heavy chainsaw, bro. That's
Yeah.
not a light one. That's a heavy one.
A few kilos.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's top handle.
Uh-huh. Good, expensive chainsaw.
Yeah, I got it brand new as well.
Yeah, a lot of money, eh?
Yeah, I
It's
was
not a $300 job like my little chainsaw.
Nah, it was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
100.
See, a lot of investment goes into this job, eh, of equipment and maintenance.
Yeah, but once you've got it, you've got it.
It's still got to be maintained, and parts have got to be replaced,
Yeah.
and chains have got to be replaced, and they've got to be
Yeah.
maintained, and oil and fuel and
Yeah,
mileage. There's a lot.
Yeah, a little bit of effort, but it's definitely worth it, and it could be a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah,
So I just wrap this cord around my main rope.
I can see how you're doing that. It's interesting. Yep.
I think it's called a VT hitch.
Okay.
Off the top of my head. There'll probably be arborists watching this and they'll know what I'm up to. I think it's called a VT hitch, can't remember.
Well, the main thing is that it holds.
Yeah, it'll hold.
It's going to have George swinging off it.
Oh, and I got a spliced eye on this end as well.
Ah, yep.
Some people just have tie like a knot on the end for the carabiner.
Yep.
But having a splice is just a little bit smaller and tidier.
Yep. Awesome.
And then
Okay, that's the pulley you dropped before going on.
yeah.
Wow. And you'll be doing all this while you're up a tree quite often. I mean, right now you're standing on a roof, which is a lot easier, but...
Yeah, or usually you'll be tying up your system on the ground.
Right, okay, yep.
And then that goes like that.
Yep.
And then put that on like that.
Wow.
And then this end goes on like that. Because it's got 3 holes.
Right, okay.
And that just goes in the top hole like that.
So, safety-wise, you've got to have 2 points of contact on the tree, is that right?
Just when you're cutting.
Yep.
Yeah, and then when
Okay.
you're climbing, you're swapping between this system and I've got my lanyard on this side as well.
Right, okay.
Yeah, this is a separate system. Yeah, got this little cool device that bites on.
Right, what's that
Yeah.
called?
It's called an ART.
Right,
Yeah, some people just use like a smaller little pulley
mm-hmm.
with a little carabiner, like similar setup to this. Yeah, but it's quite nice just having like this device here because it's small.
What's the most challenging part in doing this with a chainsaw and all that? Keeping your bar off the rope?
Probably dragging the bush at the end.
Yeah, okay.
This is the fun part. Climbing's the fun part.
Oh, well, we'll get out of your way and let you get busy.
Sweet.
George was just saying if it's thicker than his wrist, it can hold him. I was saying, is that going to break? He says, no, it's thicker than my wrist, I'm good. You can see the physical strength it takes just to do a simple little job that's involved. I mean, that,
And then that holds just like that.
wow.
Yeah,
And you're confident that's not going to break, yeah?
confident as.
Oh, mate, okay.
Never been more comfortable.
Okay. That's crazy, man. It's such a small branch.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
when I'm cutting, I just gotta put that round like that. So if anything bad does happen, I cut that or anything. I've still got something to hold
Right.
me.
Right. Wow. So just using the handsaw on these jobs?
Yeah, just for these last few branches, I don't need to swing around with my chainsaw. It's
Yep.
a bit heavy and yeah, it's quite
That-
annoying climbing with the chainsaw.
That branch you've got your foot on, your left
Yeah,
foot,
that needs to
that's
go,
dead
eh?
wood. Yep. Yeah, I see it's actually got some mushrooms growing underneath. It might even be an old woody. I'll just zoom in and see if I can see that there. It had something that looked,
Like turkey tail or something?
yeah, it might have been turkey tail. Something growing under there.
Tuck this down there.
Yeah, mate, yep. Smash it out. Cool. So, if that was the most challenging part of the job, throwing bits down, then it's not too challenging, is it?
Nah, throwing them down's all good. It's picking them up at the end and putting them through the chipper or
Ah, yeah,
dealing
yeah.
with them, you know?
Yeah, dealing with them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've got a whole pile of stuff down here to be dealt with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could hire a chipper, I suppose, but I think probably this stuff here, I just, I don't know, what would you suggest? Got quite a bit.
Find a hole for it and leave it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll break down into good compost eventually.
Yeah, yeah. Or if you want to like chop it up into little firewood bits, then
Yep, I've got a wee chainsaw for that.
yeah.
It'd be good for the houseboat firewood, all this here. And we've always got this outdoor fire going, so I just pile over there and let it dry out for summer,
Yeah.
and then cut up when it's dry.
Yeah, or the least, or yeah, as long as you don't have to handle it too much, then that's ideal.
Yep. Yep.
It's all fun and games till it's on the ground.
Yeah, right.
That's when the real work begins.
Yeah, it's true actually. Yeah, it's a good point, yeah. Oh, buddy, I'll let you carry on with work. Thanks for showing us through that. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, sweet as.
Thank you. It's all fun and games until it ends up on the ground. I like that. Got a lot of fun and games starting right back here. All this right through here. Bloody legend. Thank you, George. I think it's time for one of Chloe's coffees. Damo's got Benny in the pan. Run through what's going on the whole tucker here, Damo, for us, mate.
It's just a simple stir fry. You've
Yep.
got cabbage, onion, garlic, beans, capsicum, broccoli, kale, spinach,
Yep.
Jenny,
Benny.
some herbs and spices.
Yeah, yeah. That's a nice looking bit of Benny too.
Yeah.
That's locally shot around here, isn't it? One of your bros shot that one.
No, this is a different piece. This
Oh,
has
okay.
been sitting in the freezer for ages.
Oh, it's a
so
piece of
one
my, it's a piece of my meat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
this-
one of the bros would have dusted.
No, this is the one. This is the one that Bigsy got. Was it in the big freezer or little freezer?
Good, big one.
A big freezer. Yeah, that's the
Oh,
deer.
is that the one with the video?
Yeah.
Oh, this is Abel.
Yeah, this is Abel Tasman. That was a deer that had Aladdin's slipper for a foot.
Yeah.
So it's Hooper killed up and Bigsy caught it.
Legend.
Yeah, man. It's good chewing, I can tell you that right now, man. Literally chewing. Chomping and chewing. Oh, the boys enjoy that. So he's mixed it all up together.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Yeah, well, you've earned a feed, bro.
If I didn't have brekkie.
Damo on the job, G.
Yeah, Damo on the
You're
job.
Up in that tree.
Yeah, Damo on the job, G. Well, I'm watching you up a tree. That sort of rhymes pretty crap for a white boy. A white boy rap. Can you rap at all, mate?
Nah.
Can't you?
Nah. Not on the spot and definitely not on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe after a few beers.
Damo can.
Not retired.
You're retired, yeah. Feel the pressure, bro. I'll do the beatbox.
You'll be rapping alone, boy.
I'm doing the beatbox and Damo's rapping while he's cooking. Here's the beatbox.
It's a really tall story. The bro's trying to make me rap.
Boy!
Poo-ha. And a bit of butter makes the world go round.
Hey, points out of 10.
Is that rapping or what?
So,
Oh, Cuzzy's gonna like that one.
working on the job here, we got G. Well, this man here was up a tree and everybody's laughing at the white boy, me, trying to rap. That's probably the lamest rapping in the history of rapping on YouTube ever. But hey, we did it. And it's really important to laugh at yourself and also to laugh at George.
Laugh at Damo.
Yeah, laugh at Damo. We like laughing at Damo, eh?
Damo loves laughing at himself.
Yeah, that's the one, man. Yeah. Looks good, bro. Yeah. Serve up and tucker time. Tucker time. Yeah, flavour?
Intense.
Yeah, it's got that red curry paste in it.
Yeah, that's what Damo does.
Yeah. Good kick.
Yep. Oh, boys, I'm having my coffee. I've already eaten, so I'll leave you to it. I thank Chloe for the coffee just arrived in the post, the new one. Thank you, and we really do appreciate it. Damo and I love your coffee, and we love it, and it's gone pretty. That's from Swap Cafe in Australia, so thank you, Chloe. It arrived yesterday. Our coffee machine's broken, so we can't grind the beans, so we have to grind them by hand. We'll get the coffee machine fixed, probably. Oh, man, that looks good, Tucker. Look at these boys. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's got a kick to it. Ba-boom.
George is going to be going soon. We're going to be losing him. Hopefully he's going to come back and see us again. He's been here probably... What's that, bro?
100%.
100%. Oh, good. Awesome.
Can't get rid of me that easy.
That's cool, bro. Well, it's been really awesome having him here. He's really added value and, yeah, good energy, good bloke. Feel really blessed to have people. And when he came, I said, anybody's a friend of Damo's is a friend of mine, and he's lived up to that more than I expected. Good man. I did want to get him out for a rabbit, but didn't have a chance. What would a good old boil-up be without watercress? This is my watercress patch, and I've just dug out this here. It's dock. You can actually eat dock, but I don't eat it. And I found while I'm digging out here this. How many of you recognise it? You pig hunters will know what it is. No, it's not a pig tusk. It's the grinder. There, just in the dirt here. I'm just sitting down in here. So what I've come out to do is not just get the weeds out, but also to plant this. And this is watercress that actually George, who's staying with us, bless his heart, he bought for me. And I've chomped on the top of that, and I've left a few wee leaves, because all these plants in here are out of packets like this. When I wasn't growing watercress, I would always put these roots and plant them in the ground, because that will grow. And why throw away that when the most of the chewing's gone? I've just left a few leaves on so it can photosynthesize the sun. I'm going to put that in the ground now. We actually got two plants, that one and this one, and look at the root system on it. You can't tell me that's not going to grow. I could probably just throw it there and not even cover up and would grow, but I'm going to put a bit of dirt over that one, and I'm going to dig another hole for this one, and I might put him just down here in the middle. Look at the soil, look at this. It's wet because the worm farm, I call it a worm farm, it's actually my worm bath, I don't know what you call it. Look at the water going in there. Trickles into here from over here. That's it there, and we put water and stuff in it, and the rain goes in there and it trickles out the worm juice, and then it comes down right through here, feeding these plants all that really good stuff from the compost that breaks down from the worms. That's why there's loads of worms in here as well. The watercress just naturally grows really well here. You need to get all your leaves off there and put it down like this, and just a bit of dirt over the top. Not too much, it'll do its thing, it'll grow. Too easy, how about that? Give a bit of time, and then we'll fill this one up too. Those leaves, this dirt's so moist, see all the worms all over it. It's nice and shaded, it loves it here. And in time we're going to have a huge amount of watercress growing here. It's going to be awesome. And this is my strawberries, and they take all the sun. Well, George just left us. I don't think he's coming back. He's headed to Nelson to have a meal with somebody, and I'm going to miss him. I've had a lot of young people here, but that guy there redlined the helpful meter. He helped in so many ways. And George, if you're watching this, thanks for being my patron, mate, and thanks for adding value to the land. I really am very grateful for the bit of work you did. Okay, these here are made in Hope by somebody local, and I like the idea of them. They're a protection which goes around your plant. And those green plastic ones, you see them, but I don't like the idea of plastic being out in the sort of bush or in the field, because eventually it ends up somewhere like in the sea or something. Whereas this is biodegradable, it's cardboard, and it will break down. There's 6. What I want to do is I want to go around my pomegranates because they need some protection. I did make those little protectors, but they weren't really tall enough for the rabbits. Not to say a rabbit couldn't climb up on his feet, probably could, but just keeps the pikikos and everything off the plant a wee bit. Going to put those around them now before the sun goes completely down. 6 of those and 6 of those. These here, another bit of good Kiwi ingenuity. So you can poke these bits of cardboard out, and what that does is it allows a bit of sun to come through. It's a good idea because you don't want the plant in complete darkness, although the light will come through the top. Or if you've got a plant, it doesn't matter, then you can leave those in there. You've got the choice. But my pomegranates, they want a bit of sun. So I'm going to poke those all out. And the next thing is you want to wrap it around the actual tree and then do it up the back. As you can see, the price is $3 each, so not overly expensive. And rather than make it up first by wrapping it around the tree, it's a lot harder to put it down just like that. But if you wrap it around, it ensures you're not damaging those little branches. Go around the back like that. Do a bit of a shuffle just into the dirt before I go in, and then drive that down there like that. That ensures she stays in the solid. Beautiful. I love it. Got one up there in the apple trees. This one we just done. As you can see, I've got the north facing, the holes into this one here. Well, that's our job done and dusted for the day. Last 3 in. Damo's getting ready to go out. Damo's just left. He's on the marae for 2 days. He's practicing taiha. It's sort of like, well, they're doing a lot of martial arts, Māori martial arts, and it's pretty fierce, pretty ferocious. Taka time. Taka time. There we go. Get some taka. Keep these guys nice and tame, so when we want to drench them, we're going to knock the wool off them soon. Turn to it. Those little chalet having a bit of grass already. Only a few days old. Oh, I just love the paint job on those lambs. They look so cool. Possum. Good girl. Good dogs. Good dogs. Good girl, Poe. Good dogs. Might be a good day tomorrow for hunting. Bit of cloud there over in the east. The southwest is looking maybe hopeful. We'll see how the day pans out. Dogs all look good, Nick. Hey, thanks for joining us, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, patrons, and good bastards. We'll see you in the next video. Be good out there. Let's try and be good. Can't be good, be careful. Come on, let's go. Possum yum.